Okay, welcome to Excel Bliss, and this is a channel meant for you. It's meant to give you vital information concerning education, and in that we have scholarships, we have how you can get visas to study abroad, how you can get loans, how you can get jobs for those who are graduates, for those who want to work abroad. So this channel is meant for you. Do well by subscribing. Please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to click on the notification button so that anytime we have vital information to pass across, you will be notified.
The 10 top most migrated countries and what they offer immigrants. The 10 top migrated countries and what they offer immigrants. There are a lot of different things that you need to decide where to live, but one is the country you choose. As an immigrant, it will be important for you to select the best country and what they offer immigrants. If immigrating isn't your thing, or if you aren't sure about which country are worth considering when it comes to living as an immigrant, then this video can help you with that too. This video has compiled all of these 10 top countries that have been chosen as the best for immigrants. The 10 top migrated country. 1. United States, 50.6 million. In 2020, the United States had about 50.6 million immigrants, which is about half of all immigrants in the country. Out of this number, 18.1 were naturalized citizens, meaning they've gone through the process and become American citizens. This was an increase from 2000 when there were only 11 million naturalized citizens. In addition, over 18 million immigrated to North America in 2020, or almost 27% of all international migrants. This number is high compared to other regions in the world. For example, Africa had 9% of all global immigrants, which slightly is less than half being naturalized, and Latin American and Caribbean has about 5% each during the same year. International migrants represented 12% of the total population in North America and Europe in 2020. This was much higher than any other region in the world. Asia had 74% increase from 2000 to 2020, around 37 million people. As a result, international migrants made up a smaller percentage of population in this region, 2.3%. However, this number is still high, given that it's a fraction of the population size. Finally, North America is the highest number international migrants, while Africa and Europe have experienced the highest increase in national migrants during this period. 2. Germany, 15.8 million. Germany has the second highest number of international migrants in 2020 with 15.8 million. It was just behind the United States with 47.5 million when compared with the total population of Germany, 82 million. The share of international migrants was 19%. 3. Saudi Arabia, 13.5 million. In last decade, Saudi Arabia foreign-born population has increased more than any other country in the world. The United Nations says that because of this new restriction, Arab Gulf countries will be less likely to accept immigrants in the future. Saudi Arabia is a country that relies heavily on immigrant labor. In fact, one-third of this total population is made up of foreigners. This large number of immigrants helps to create economic activities and generate jobs. Labor force is growing due to both immigration and native-born population growth. The United States unauthorized immigrants are consumers and they help the country to realize its economic potential. Unauthorized immigrants are not just workers, they also consume sold goods in the country. 4. Russia, 11.6 million. Russia has the highest number of immigrants, but the numbers have decreased in recent years. This is likely due to Russia's hostile attitude towards ethnic communities and its active bans on immigration in some cases. Despite this, immigration is good for the economy because it allows more people to work in helping the country to grow. Immigrants add to supply of labor but also consume goods and services, increasing economic activity. The key to resolving the problem is to pull immigrants out of the shadows so they can fully contribute their skills and knowledge to the society. The economic impact of immigrants who are already in the country should not be ignored. They are an important part of Russia's future growth potential. 5. United Kingdom 9.4. The immigration is a part of economic life. In fact, it's often said that the immigration is what makes economy grow. When people move to new places, they bring their skills and knowledge with them, which help businesses to expand and create more jobs. 6. United Arab Emirates 8.7 million. The Europe experienced the second largest growth in the number of international migrants during this period. Asia experienced a 74% increase in international migrants from 2000 to 2020, followed by an increase of 18 million intentionally and 10 million intentionally, respectively, in North America. 7. France 8.5 million. The top 10 countries for international migrants in 2020 were Oceania, North America, Europe, and Africa. France was the seventh place with 8.5 million people migrating from the country. The main reasons for migration were work-related or family reunification purposes. There have been many increase of 1 million people migrating to France between 2010 and 2020. 8. Canada 8.0 million. Canada is a home to 8 million international migrants, making up 8% of its population in 2020. Canada was the eighth most popular destination for migrants, which most coming of the United States, China, and India. 9. Australia 7.7 million. Australia is the ninth most migrated country with 7.7 million immigrants residing in the nation as of 2015. The number has more than doubled since 2000 due to the massive influx of migrants from the United Kingdom. Australia's population is comprised of 23% Australian-born citizens and 77% people who were born in other nations. 10. Spain 6.8 million. Spain is a country with a rich history and culture. It has been a home of many famous people, such as Pablo Picasso and Salvador Dali. It also has the 10th most migrated country in the world. In 2020, there were 6.8 million international migrants living in Spain. The number has increased over the past 5 decades, and it is estimated that there are now 128 million more than people living in Spain than were over 20 years ago. What does this country offer immigrants? When it comes to the countries with the most immigrants, there are few things that they all have in common. They tend to be places where people can easily find work and offer a variety of other benefits that can make it easier for immigrants to get by. For example, many of these countries have social welfare programs that helps immigrants to get on their feet. They also have laws in place that make it easier for immigrants to find work and access essential services. In addition, these countries have often strong immigrant communities that can provide support during transition process. All of these factors combine to create an environment where immigrants feel welcome and can arrive. As a result, they are more likely to contribute positively to the economic and social as a whole. Why do people migrate to these countries? There are many reasons why people might choose to migrate. Some may be looking for a better life, while others may be feeling war or persecution. There are also those who can move in search of work or education opportunities. The United States is a primary destination for migrants, reached over 40 million immigrants of 2015. This is partly because it has the world's largest community and offers many opportunities for those who want to start a new life there. The number of foreign-born residents in the US is less than 50 years, and it now has the largest immigrant population of any country in the world. However, America is not the only country that attracts immigrants. In fact, there are more international migrants living in other countries than they are living in America. For example, Saudi Arabia has over 8 million migrant workers, making up to 88% of its population. Similarly, Switzerland has over 2 million foreign-born residents, or almost 25% of its population. There is a wide variation in terms of proportion of the population who are internationally migrants across different countries. How do this country compare in terms of immigration? There are over 250 million international migrants in the world, which is about 6% of global population. The top 5 countries with the most immigrants are United States, Germany, the United Kingdom, Canada, and France. These countries offer a variety of benefits to immigrants, including employment opportunity, social assistance, and education. What are the challenges faced by immigrants in this country? There are number of challenges that immigrants face when trying to enter this country. One of the biggest challenges is getting an employer to petition for a visa on their behalf. This process can take years, and in some cases, it can be very difficult for immigrants to find a job once they arrive in the country. In order to obtain a permanent residency, immigrants must be employed in one of these countries. They are also able to obtain citizenship after staying in the country for 5 years and meeting other requirements. However, there are no guarantee that will be able to become citizen if they are met in all requirements. Other challenges faced by immigrants is the wait time associated with receiving a visa. Immigrants often have to wait many years before they are able to come to the United States. They are also guaranteed that they will be approved for visa even after waiting such a long time. Additionally, there is no limit on how many times an individual can receive an immigrant visa based on the family connections with US citizens, as long as it does not interfere with annual limits imposed on employer-sponsored visas,